Shikamaru. Hello. Coming out of her thoughts, Ino looked past Shikamaru to see Hinata. Oh, Hinata. Hey, here to Ino. Yes, we sorta had plans, the Hyuga said with a bright smile, turning into Ino. Ino, sorry I'm late. I had something tidy up first. That compound. It's alright. We'll leave you two. It seems you seem too busy. I'll see you around. The so-called lazy said, while turning on his heels. Okay, bye. Inata slipped inside while Ina closed the door, letting out alongside. Oh my god, was that close? The blonde muttered at the Hyuga. In agreement, letting another female has a slight breather. Back with Naruto. A small recap. I didn't feel safe standing in the open talking to Kakashi sensei. It's not like I don't want to talk to him, but I don't feel like explaining my current situation to him right now. Same goes for any bastard or any friends that happen to passing. Kakashi sensei, Naruto? Oh god. Kurama, just do me a favor and kill me. Hey, Sakura. Not to feel like he was being cornered as he unconsciously took his tiny steps back from his teammates and his sensei, desperately trying to hide the contents in his bag behind his. Kakashi and Sakura grinched at each other, both ninjas totally obviously to the blonde inner at the present. Sakura turned and jumpy blonde with knowing smirk. So, Naruto, how's Ino doing? The pink net, drawing nonchalant, her grin growing whiter, as said, blonde, pale. Kakashi raised an eyebrow. Why would you ask Naruto? He said, glancing at them both. Naruto felt like he shrunk under their gaze as he held the bag behind his back for dear life. Well, you see, didn't you hear Kakashi sensei? Naruto and Ino are dating, the pignet said with almost crapping her pants. Naruto and Ino dating? The copy ninja replied, not believing what he was hearing. When the last time they actually had a mission together, Naruto was still clearly all over the pink haired female teammates. Really? Well, Naruto was cut off, not knowing if to feel relief or worry at being stopped from explaining, but chose the latter at hearing Sakura continue. Of course, really. He at her apartment earlier in the morning, shirtless and everything. I bet you guys had a busy night. Walking up on godly hour of the night and morning to feed a kid and change diapers, Sakura, she added, throwing Naruto a smirk and snuggling at the last part. The color unfortunately returned to Naruto's face, but only to be replaced by a flush of pink and what Sakura was insinuating. No, you. Well, Naruto, I would have guessed you to bloom already, and before Sasuke, and with Ino no less. I mean, I not that kind of sensei, but Ino, wow, didn't you know you were kind of guy? The copy ninja said, sounding quite surprised and almost impressed. Naruto was frozen red and face and brain not functioning. What was he to do? What was he supposed to say? I just remembered. I have to see Lady Tsunade. If I'm late, she might have my head. See you guys later. Sakura said, waving and jogging away, totally obvious to mess she left behind. Naruto's mind was just running. complimenting if to just make a run for it or just make an excuse to leave. He knows he's in deep now. What if Sakura already told other people? What if this was all just a big mistake? Maybe they should just give up. Maybe. I think I'm over exaggerating. This I don't know. Naruto, said Ninja, was brought out of his broad face, still red by Kakashi, whose voice was now laced with concern. The bag he fought so hard to hide was now positioned in front of him like a support blanket. Are you okay? You look worried. Is it something with Ino? His voice died in his throat, not knowing what to say. If he did just make a run for it, he was certain that Kakashi would find out from him and make him spill he's normal. Wouldn't, but now that he's seen his reaction and think it's about the relationship, and he obviously won't go to Sakura or Sasuke because it's Sasuke. That just leaves his sensei. So he just have to come up with something. Hopefully Kakashi was better at keeping things a secret. I'm looking at you, Sakura, so that it doesn't blow up again in my face. Hey, come on, let's talk, Kakashi finally said, taking him by the shoulder, leading him to a restaurant and sitting them both back of it where the won't be overheard and disturbed. Naruto point of view. My feet were just walking in whatever Kakashi sensei pushed me in, and before I knew it, I was sitting in the far back of some restaurant. Recompositing myself, I have a heavy sigh, never being so thankful in my life that Sakura was gone. Looking around, I noticed Kakashi was not in front, but rather at the front center, probably buying stuff to distract me. He better be paying, I mumbled, relaxing a bit more and trying to figure out a cover story to tell Kakashi. Normal point of view, Kakashi stood at the front corner, waiting for his small order and burgers. He thought he probably should have taken him to Ichiraku because, well, it's Naruto, but this place was the closest. He studied Naruto's figure. The boy looks like he has deep in thought, which is not always a good thing because, again, it's Naruto. He looked both nervous and worried. Girl problems. Kakashi never thought he'd see the day. He knew it would have to happen sometime, someday, but the present results were both amusing yet worry. Seeing the worry state the young blonde was in at the moment. Yamanaka, he wondered how the hell happened, just as he was thinking before Sakura left. From all observed the last time he was saw with the Naruto, the blonde was still head over heels for Sakura, which changed so suddenly he couldn't even imagine what kind of interaction took place between the two blondes. And what this he hears about Naruto being at Ino's apartment earlier in the morning and shirtless, no less. They didn't have. Here's your order, sir. A young waitress said from behind the counter, called, cutting the copy ninja from his thoughts. Thanks. Paying for the food and nodding in thanks. Kakashi approached the still boarding blonde who didn't seem to notice him talking. He set the trays down on the table. He seems a bit startled, but didn't look up from staring some random spots on the table. This isn't good, cuz. God damn it, Naruto. You're supposed a ninja to be aware of your surroundings. It's bad enough I particularly kidnapped you and brought you into this restaurant. He probably doesn't even know where we are. This is bad. Sitting down slowly, he finally caught the young gaze, who himself looked caught slightly nervous. Here, you look hungry, Kakashi uttered worriedly, pushing the burger towards him. Naruto slowly took the burger, choking out quietly, thank you. Gaze goes to the food in his hands, staying there as he began unwrapping, eating it. Kakashi began to eat soon. Afterwards, as a heavy silence became two ninjas. A few minutes had passed. Nothing was said, and both men were almost finished with their burgers. Naruto was eating unusually slow, and his gaze never once met to the older ninja. By this point, Kakashi came to the conclusion that something was definitely wrong. But how wrong was it really? Something with Ino, or was it something else? He didn't get too speechless when Sakura brought up him and Ino. But on the other hand, he didn't look a little jumpy. He been caught doing something when Kakashi just said hey to him before Sakura even showed him up. Sighed and decided to take a gamble with his opinions and decided to go with it. Obviously, it's easier questions. The girl problems, the boy was obviously new to the relationships, so maybe something happened and he just didn't know how to deal with it. Putting down his drinks, he decided to just go with it. Whether Naruto wasn't looking at him anyways, and they are sitting opposite side each other. Kakashi facing the back so no one else obviously can't see himself. He raised up his mask so their plot hole filled back to the story. So you and Ina are dating. The young froze. A few seconds passing before he finally sighed and dropping his almost finished burger. He looked up and finally meet his senses get question. Gaze, I guess you can't say that. So it is true. You never thought I would see the day Naruto and Ino together. I always seen him going with either Sakura or even the Hyuga girl. Wait, I guess he had taste in Ino. Well, and very pleasant to the eyes. Well, congrats then. But doesn't get upset, but you don't seem to be sure about things, don't you? You know, like her. Well, I guess I do, Naruto answered, now finding away his fingers, gaze returning down, but glancing at his Kakashi. You still don't sound too sure. No answer. Maybe they were drunk. The copy ninja thought it would explain why he's acting like he's been caught red-handed with something. Naruto, do you maybe feel like I don't know? Like maybe it was a mistake? Naruto head snapped up, his eyes widened a bit. A mistake? Does he know about Haru? But how? The old bat must have told him. The blonde thought frantically. Naruto, no, no, you got it all wrong. It was all my idea. Just agreed to it. He replied quickly, slumping into the seat. Silence filled both ninjas, thinking of the situation, two different situations in mind. Naruto idea. I never thought he would be one insinuating stuff, especially with the first time and with somebody like Ino, nonetheless. Cause let's face it, the girl is well grown, to put lightly. The Cuppy Ninja board. Naruto, however, mind was racing. Can't believe she told him, and oh my god, the Sakura really knows? And I can't believe he was interrupted by Kakashi's hand that was now raising on his shoulder. Concern.